with the new M2U, we've actually utilized the group framework with GIUS. So the customer experience is actually very similar, even if you use it in the Philippines or in the other countries in Southeast Asia. We also employ our proprietary S2U platform, which provides enhanced security. So essentially, the customer will only be able to authorize their transactions using their mobile device.
Can you elaborate more on that security? Kasi uso po ngayon yung mga na-scam.
Correct. So right now, the reason why we did security is because, again, we have experienced a lot, or we've heard a lot about phishing, about account takeover. So with security, essentially the authorization is locked to the device. So if you have an app, if you have a phone, only you can authorize any transaction. So the benefit of that is that, one, you don't need an SMS. So even if you're abroad, you can authorize. Second is that even if somebody knows your credentials outside of your app, as long as you have the device, then no one can authorize it for you. So we hope that it prevents both account takeover and phishing.
So one app, one device.
Yes, one app, one device.
That was for those account holders now, or those who want to apply an account. Do they have an option to do their banking in the branch and on the app, or?
Yes, we can. I think what we want to do is still have that good balance between physical and digital. So if you notice, I think Maybank is still considering opening branches, especially in the provinces. So we're really trying to expand our reach. The thing is, we want to also leverage on digital right now, because after banking hours, during the weekends, right? If you go abroad as well, so you won't have access to physical branches. So I think the next best thing is to do things over digital.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why we really had to put a lot more enhancements and really push for this new mobile app.
So it's really complementary to the physical experience, and again, it gives that sense of that layer of security. So in cases you have problems with your app or your account, you don't have to worry, where do I go, who do I contact. You can go to a branch and then talk about your concern, and then we can resolve it for you. At the same time, if the branch is closed and you suddenly need to pay or transfer, the app is there for you. So.
Hi sir, question. RV from Every Cycle first. So can you walk us through some of the key features of the app? Do you have any top partnerships with other merchants that we can actually have your customers avail of this app?
Actually, right now we have a partnership with GCash, so you can actually apply for an EasySave account using the GCash app, and then you will have the same access to M2U with your EasySave account. Now, I think in terms of partners, I'd like to say that we actually want to have one of the more robust biller network. We have over 600 billers in the country. And the good thing is, we have all the major credit cards, all the major loans, all insurance. So I'd like to believe that the infrastructure of M2U now, especially with the new launch, is something that everybody can use.
So if you go, for example, in SMOs, do you have also partnership in the Go Tap and Pay using the app?
No, not yet, but we are looking for partners in terms of our promotion. So we hope to launch that in the next month.
Last question, in terms of bills payment and payment through merchants, do you have any standard rates on charges or CPM?
In some cases, there will be what we call a convenience fee. Yes, this is actually a standard rate charged by our biller partners for using the app. But in most cases, it's free.
All right, thanks. What about PNVS, like say Grab, Angkas, Joyride?
That's actually one of the future enhancements we have in terms of linking your digital account with those applications. So this is actually more of a springboard to the future enhancements that we have to align with the group framework, which includes that debit pull capability for digital apps.
That's great.
Okay. So how do you often update the app for, let's say, more upgrades or more features?
There's no fixed schedule, but like any other app, and especially because we are managed both by the group, so by Malaysia as well as the Philippines, depending on the need or depending on, say, vulnerabilities that we discover, we can update the app as often as daily if the need be. But in most cases, it's really dependent on the need and anything that we see that will necessitate for us patching that. But in most cases, it's a stable app because it's actually coming from Malaysia. It's actually used by 4 or 5 countries already, and Maybank is actually just aligning with that frame.
I think in terms of functionality, we've lined up already a couple of items. Of course, I'm not free to divulge yet, no. But we do have a lot of additional items that are going to go in. So progressively over the next few months, there will be some new features coming out. So we're hoping that clients would be very receptive to all of these new features that are coming out. Because what we want to do is we want to really make it more like a one-stop shop for all of your banking transactions. Make it very, very convenient for anyone.
Speaking of one-stop shop, I noticed that loans are not yet included in the top. Are you already
It's coming.
Yes.
It's coming.
So you can view your loans, but application, that's part of the next day.
We also have promos, so people would be nice to get the app and also use that when you do shopping, especially in this Christmas.
Yes, I know that we have a couple of upcoming promos, right? So, if I'm not mistaken, we should be doing something already within October. I know it's October already, pero we have to just make sure that we can get the app launched first, and then we can tie it up later on after the launch. So, coming soon, and please wait for it. Definitely, there's something coming out.
Sir, earlier you said you want to leverage digital.
Yeah.
Would you be interested in applying for a digital banking license?
That's been a long-standing debate. That's a very, very good question. No? I think we are, how should I say it? We are seriously. Yeah. Of course, there are pros and cons to it. Right? We know that there are limited digital licenses that have been by the regulator. So, we want to see if it's also the direction that we want to go to. But as a standard strategy in the Philippines and even the group, we want to have more or less a good balance between the physical side as well as the digital. So for the meantime, it's status quo. We're definitely having a look at it because it might be something that will make sense for us.
That means there's a chance that you may apply for it once the application will.
Well, yes. We're reviewing it.